Check, check. Oh, I hit it again. Now it's on? Okay. Start again. Okay, we have 7 new Vendastians joining the team, and we have 7 anniversaries this week as well. And we have 4 Vendastians with new roles, 2 special kudos, and 1 customer shout out. And then I'm going to do, we just updated this, I'm going to do a People Ops update, and we also have Josh, and then we think that's it then for today. And someone else. Okay, for new hires, we have lots of people to sing today, so we have a whole band up here. Okay, we have Samir as a digital strategist, Colby Parker as developer 1, Nat Cook is our talent acquisition specialist, Junaid Basha, product manager, Samira Saki, digital strategist, Uthara C, marketing operations associate, Mohammed Rahuman is a support specialist, and Rajim Selvam, revenue operations specialist. And then carried over from last week, we have Gaurav, Mark, Andrew, and Kobe also all singing. So we have some in-house, if you guys want to come up here. You get to do, let us know who you are and maybe just a little bit about you and what you're going to be doing at Vendasta, and then we'll sing. Okay. Yeah, we're going to sing in groups, right? Yeah. Okay. And he has the video here, so just step over here for your intro. Okay. Yeah, first we'll do the intros, and then we'll sing. You can just say what your name is and maybe what you're going to be doing at Vendasta, something about yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm Colby Parker. I'm going to be a developer here and just getting started, so I'm really excited about that. About me, play a lot of sports and just kind of growing up in a small town kind of got me that. So yeah, that's about me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gaurav Sawan. I've joined as an enablement team. My experience is into client success and project management, where I've connected with clients to improve engagement. Outside of work, I am a big soccer fan. So anyone who loves soccer,
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. My name is Natasha. I like to be called Nat. I've just joined the People Ops team as a talent acquisition specialist. I've recently come to Canada from India. It's 3 months since I've been in Canada, and I'm really excited for this new role. My past experience has been majorly in HR and L&D, close to about 25 years now in that space. And outside of work, I like to do nothing because I'm a new mom. So I prefer just spending time and just relaxing. But I do a lot of cooking because we love to cook and eat, and we love making Indian food. So if anybody likes eating Indian food, my tiffin box always has some good curries in it. And yeah, I like spending time with my kids. And like I said, I don't like doing anything. But before I became a new mom, I used to do a lot of traveling with my husband. I missed my dates with my husband. Yeah, I'm just a fun, nice person. You'll get to know me a lot. So thank you, and looking forward. I hope you like our song.
Yeah, you can send it. Yeah, sure. You just need to sing a couple lines. What song?
party rock in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gonna make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock in the house tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Now you can do anything at Vendasta. Conquered that. Okay, so we have a second group up. Okay. By yourself, or do you have a group? Okay.
Audible? Yes. Hey everyone, my name is Samir Faisal and I've joined Vendasta as a digital strategist. I moved to Canada a month back from Pakistan, and if you ever ask it, it's because my wife lives here. So prior to this job, I was working remotely for a UK. And I'm going to present a song in my native language. The reason why I'm singing my own language is that I just can't pull out all that nervousness, kill that, and be confident here. A few lines in my own language. Sorry if you don't understand. आज दिल दुखा है, तुम याद आए, अनजान लोग हैं, अपने कहाँ ढूंढ पाए.
Thanks. Welcome to Vendasta. And we have another group, the third and final. Is that right? That are online. I know.
Yeah, can you hear us back?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so we've got myself, Samir, Kobe, Junaid, and Andrew, and we were working on our homework earlier today, so hopefully this will come through good. We were told we can't do Sweet Caroline, which I've never heard of before, but we have a song about Sweet Vendasta, so we're gonna go with that one. So Sweet Vendasta.
Ba, ba, ba.
Good times never felt so good.
So good, so good, so good. Sweet Vendasta,
Ba, ba, ba.
we have the best AI.
AI. Sweet Vendasta.
That's great.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, that was awesome. You guys look great. Thanks. I think that's it for all of our singing today. Okay, anniversaries. We have 1 year Vanishri and Sangeeta celebrating 1 year. 2 years of feeding our Chennai team is Tamil Selvi. 4 years is Rishi in Vendasta Services. Congrats, Rishi. And 6 years we have at the back Corey celebrating 6 years with us. Congrats, Corey. And we have 1 8-year. It's Fred Sage, our staff developer. Congrats, Fred. And Kenny is celebrating 9 years as senior dev. Congrats, Kenny. Movers and shakers, we have Kent and Elaine both moving to account manager 1. We have Johnny and Lewis both moving to executive 1. And for kudos based on our 16 leadership principles, we have for Meena from Nishi that she really appreciates the way that you lead our team. You consistently take ownership of tasks and also encourage others, including me, to take responsibility, which builds confidence within the team. You are someone I can trust and openly share how I feel about my work, and that support means a lot. I admire how you always dive deep into problems to find effective solutions, and in doing so, you've also helped me become a better version of myself. Your guidance and support truly make a positive difference. So congrats, Meena, for that, celebrating ownership. And Steve sent kudos to Malou, and he said, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Malou for her assistance over the last week, but honestly, in general, while finding myself underwater in new order requests from the week prior and being in business review mode for both Blue River and Spectrum, Malou stepped up to assist with new orders and other tickets. Thank you so much. Thanks, Malou. And they both get to, we do a donation of their choice for that. And then for customer love, we have from Celia Surridge at Capital Valley Marketing to Braden G. He turned, just dropped the Gaudette, just BG. Fabulous platform with great support. So she said, I'm a new partner in the Vendasta platform and I'm working to grow my agency slowly. I researched many platforms and felt the most comfortable with Vendasta. I've had a great experience with their support team who are very responsive. Features are being developed as we speak, and if I run into any problems, I know I can get someone to help in just a few hours. I'd like to especially call out Braden G. He is an account executive at Vendasta who worked with me for 3 months to help me better understand and use the platform. He is so responsive, like wicked fast, and very personable. I'm very grateful to Vendasta. I see great potential for my company because of our partnership. Congrats, Braden. That's great to hear. So today at 3, we have Kaz doing RC car races for Hobby Hour, and then that'll be a fun time. September 18th, we have our golf tournament, and then October 3rd, we have an Ideas on Tap with some sign-up sheets coming soon. For L&D, C1 on, okay, whatever. Okay, L&D opportunities, we have a Workflow Wednesday next week. It's on automations, hosted by Alistair. And then now we have Josh coming up to do a AI voice product demo. And Logan? Yes, awesome.
Alrighty. So I'll start off with a quick story. I used to have a full head of hair, and then one day I made a phone call and I ran into the dreaded call tree. We've all been there. Press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for this. You loop around a few times and the call disconnects and you get to go through it all over again. Slowly and slowly, you pull more and more of your hair out. I'm happy to say with one of the new feature releases that Josh and the team have put together, we think we might be able to kill the call tree permanently. So I'm going to run us through a bit of a demo here. Josh, do you want to talk a little bit about the feature itself before we get into the demo?
Yeah, sure. So the team was working hard on adding new features to our voice AI receptionist, and the new one that's out to all of our partners and all of our customers this week is transferring calls. And so what that means is the AI receptionist, under the right conditions, can take that call and push it onto another phone number, and you can set up multiple of the different conditions under which you want to send. Maybe you have a different department, maybe you have someone who speaks a different language, maybe you have an after hours, during hours. There's a lot of really interesting use cases. We put together a really quick, Logan put together a really quick demo to show maybe a more complicated possible use case with a few AI receptionists, and I'll throw it over to you.
Awesome, thanks Josh. So I'll just run through what's, actually I'll just do it live and then we can talk through what we did in a moment here.
Hi there, this is Talia from Vendasta, Demo 1 AI Call Routing. How can I help you today?
Hey Talia, I'm trying to order a product through Partner Center and I seem to be running into issues.
Thanks for holding. I'm transferring you now to our support team who can assist with your ordering issue. Hi there, this is Ophelia with Vendasta Support. How can I help you today?
Hey Ophelia, I was trying to order Alpha SEO for one of my SMB customers and I can't seem to place the order within Partner Center.
Thanks for sharing that. Can you tell me which subscription level you are currently on for your account?
I'm currently on a starter subscription.
Thanks for letting me know. Ordering from third-party vendors like Alpha SEO is only available on our professional plan or higher. Would you like me to share more details about upgrading to professional or premium?
Yeah, if I could learn a little bit more about the features and the pricing, that would be much appreciated.
Thanks for your interest. Please hold while I connect you to someone who can share details about our professional and premium plans. This is Andromeda from Vendasta, Demo 3 AI Call Routing. How can I help you today?
Hey Andromeda, I'm trying to order Alpha SEO for one of my customers, and your support team mentioned I needed to be on a professional tier or higher. I was wondering if I could get a bit more information about that.
Sharing that. Please hold for a moment while I transfer your call to someone who can help.
Live demos, baby. Okay, what it should have done is given us the the features, but it rang Josh and actually looped in a sales rep. So we built that 10 minutes ago. So it's nothing like a live demo. But yeah, it should be able to answer any questions. Obviously, that was a pretty simple use case, but to Josh's point, this could route out to multiple different divisions. I think one of the really powerful things here to highlight is you can sort of customize different agents with their own unique knowledge. Obviously, the more complex these get and the more knowledge they get access to, the more likely they are to potentially hallucinate. So this can actually allow us to ensure that the assistant is actually speaking specifically to the problem that the customer has at hand. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I think this is the makings of like an IVR replacement entirely. You got the whole old school enterprise big phone systems, and we've got just about all the pieces in our AI workforce now to handle all that. Whether you want your AI to answer the phone or a real human to answer the phone, you can design all that. Okay, that was our demo. Great. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so this is PeopleUp's fourth time hosting All Hands this year, and each time before we come up, we talk about what has been happening in Pulse and what are some of the concerns that our employees could have for us that we can answer. So your burning questions, but not just at our company, but what are the trends happening in orgs and in employment and in HR that we might want to talk about. So there's been a few main themes that we've been faced with and companies have been faced with really since that we've been focusing on this year that are really derived from what's happening in the market or the trend in the SaaS industry globally, I guess. And so a few of the themes that we've seen are under organizational trust, AI, of course, and career development, and they're all really intertwined. So organizational trust, it was at a low for many companies at the end of last year, and people were asking, is the company secure? Is my job secure? This was in a lot of HR boards and things that people were talking about. And this metric has really been positive for us this year. Over the past year, it's improved. It was 66 at the start of the year, and we're now at 73. And I just think overall, in general, people are feeling a lot more confident and comfortable. We all know that we have lots of work to do, more than enough, and we have some pretty cool stuff, as they just demoed, going on. So it's a really exciting time for the company, and that's why I think that's starting to shift for our company. And that leads to AI. And that's causing some people to be nervous as well. On the other side of that pendulum, though, is career development. So the two go hand in hand. And instead of doing layoffs or RIFs or things like that because of AI, we're really leaning into it full speed ahead. And we want to give everybody the opportunity to develop their career and be able to grow with us using and leveraging what's coming with AI. And so for growth and development, the score has doubled since the end of last year. So it was at 40, and we're now sitting at about 80. So please take the time to look at Lattice, complete those surveys. They're quick. If you don't know how to find them, reach out to any of us or Pepper and our AI agent, and you'll find out how. And Gwen is going to come up to share an update on our hiring and just some of the roadmap stuff we have coming down the next quarter.
Bear with me as I try to figure out how to use this. So for those of you I have not had the opportunity, I'm a little tall, sorry. For those of you who I have not had the opportunity to meet yet, my name's Gwen. I joined the PeopleOps team about 2 months ago, and as Jean mentioned, I'm going to go through an overview. Thank you. So in terms of recruitment, so far this year, we've brought 114 new Vendastians on board globally, which is super exciting. The bulk of our hiring has been in sales, operations, and technology, which is exactly where we need the muscles to drive our growth and execution. And that 114 is all external hires. This does not include our movers and shakers or any interns. Oh, can you fix that for me? Okay. Nope. Thank you. So currently we have 57 positions open globally at different stages of our recruitment journey. So that's a clear sign of the continued growth and opportunity across the organization. And just to put our progress into perspective, with the number of roles that we've already filled this year, our PeopleOps team has invested nearly 3,000 hours into talent acquisition alone, which breaks down to about 25 hours of focused effort for every single position. And that's a serious commitment to finding the right people. So I just want to give a huge shout out to our people ops team. Their dedication, perseverance, and attention to detail are what makes this level of talent acquisition possible. So what's next? Under hiring, we have a few things going on right now. We have Scout, our voice-enabled AI recruiter that is powered by the AI receptionist. Scout is trained on our phone screen script, our company story, and our scoring system. So Scout will talk to any shortlisted candidates, capture their responses, and deliver a structured scorecard back to us. Scout is still in the testing phases for us, but they are projected to save us 1,100 recruiter hours per year once fully rolled out. Other ways that we're adopting AI in our recruitment process is by using Gemini to transcribe all of our interviews, and we've also created custom GPTs that quickly assemble competency-based job descriptions, output structured interview guides, and evaluate candidates throughout each stage of our process. So the use of these tools is drastically cutting down our drafting time and keeping our language inclusive and brand aligned. And so for what else is going on in People Ops, so we just wrapped up the Upward Manager reviews with a 97% participation rate, so thank you, that is huge. These reviews, along with say like our pulse surveys, are super valuable. They give us insights on where we need to improve, and they help us shape programs like our Manager Academy around real trends and feedback. And I'll share more on that in just a bit. Right now, the team is focused on the Q3 promotion cycle, which closes on September 15th, with promotions taking place on October 1st. And once that's complete, we'll roll straight into the Q3 goal review and start setting Q4 goals, keeping us aligned and ready for the next quarter. And we also just wanted to provide some quick updates on learning and development. So Emma and Cal have been running a citizen developer community pilot over the past month or so. The purpose is to give our 21 self-selected AI champions practical skills to tackle internal workflow challenges. Participants are learning tools like Cursor, Codex, GitHub, and APIs, and applying them to real projects. Along the way, they're building confidence in things like version control, documentation, and workflow automation. Although the program is still in progress, we're already seeing the community members brainstorming solutions for their keystone projects that make our day-to-day work more efficient, and it's setting us up to move faster and reduce friction across teams. Our Manager Academy is coming back this October with a new focus, leading teams through change, especially as AI becomes part of how we work. We'll be offering 3 cohorts, one in India, one for remote North America, and one in Saskatoon. The live sessions focus on role-playing, and this gives managers a chance to participate in a meaningful way, and more details will be shared on that soon. And finally, we're also excited to share that the mentorship program is relaunching in Q4. This is a key leadership development initiative where executive and senior leaders mentor team members across the company. And it's designed to support both current and aspiring leaders with structured programs that run through October through March. And participants get a tailored experience that builds those leadership skills while creating strong connections across the organization. Okay, thank you. That's yours.
Thanks. Gwen, you did great at your all hands debut. Can do them all now. Okay, so those are some of the things that we've been working on that you'll have seen or been a part of, or you will see soon. And of course, you all know about Pepper. Almost 1 year ago, Pepper was born. I think thanks to Josh, Kim, and some people. And that is our internal web chat assistant. It's powered by Vendasta's AI receptionist. And it's we've taught it a lot about Vendasta's frameworks, our people ops frameworks, the policies, the benefits, and L&D opportunities. And we're continually training it. Caitlin's job has shifted from answering all those chats herself to training Pepper on them. So please use Pepper if you haven't yet. You can go to the People Ops GChat and ask Pep a question, or if you want to do it privately, you can also do it from the front step. I use it even for finding me things. So instead of going to my drive, I'll just ask it to send me the employee change form and stuff like that. Just maybe I'm lazy or efficient, I don't know, but it works. Since July 2024, it's helped us with over 10,000 employee questions, roughly 530 staff hours. It's about 3 months of effort that we've saved through using Pepper, and it's enabled us to give our employees 24/7 service, especially with the team in India. They can ask us stuff at all hours of the day, and Pepper can help. So we're also experimenting with Talent Buddy. This is in the beginning stages. It's going to help with succession planning and internal hiring. It's a GPT that's trained on performance reviews, things like 9-box talent grids and succession plans, stuff like that. And it can surface any of our employees' individual strengths. It has readiness for next levels, and it's able to give data-driven development actions from that data. And it's the People Ops team ended up outlining 63 critical roles for Vendasta, and that's where internal mobility will end up coming from as one measure. So it's not 100% complete, but the vision is that it would be able to identify people who could move into other roles when they become available. So if Sanjay or Nikia is hiring in marketing, they might not be aware that there's somebody in sales who also has a background in SEO, and this will be able to highlight, hey, this person is worth talking to, or their background is something that you should look into, and then Sanjay and Nikia can steal from Mark and the sales team and vice versa, and everyone will be happy. So Gwen spoke to some of the hiring processes that we've improved, and it's really been a game changer for us. And lastly, we also made a GPT. Everybody loves compensation and merit, and this is a compensation expert that I made that's trained on our company in the market, and it helps direct compensation decisions with data, and it happens within minutes, where I used to have to research 4 or 5 different areas and read different reports on comp. So those are just some examples of the things that we've started that's helping us go faster to help you. And for your roles and the impact and things that you might be seeing on this is that AI, it's changing for us some workflows and tools and even some talent, but it can't really set the final vision, and it can't build team culture, and it can't make people feel safe to try and test and fail and do the things that we're great at. So that's all on us as leaders and as employees of the company to really the goal isn't to know everything about AI, but it's really to build the conditions where our teams and our colleagues and peers can start developing themselves, and with help of AI, really learn and grow and get better in their roles and what they're doing today. So I wanted to mention about a change to the concept of the T-shaped worker that I've been reading about. And a lot of us were or are still a T-shaped or a form of a T-shaped worker. It's a concept that came from IDEO, if you want to look it up. They're one of the top innovation firms, and we used it to hire for T-shaped employees for a while. It's employees who have deep expertise in one area, and then across the top you'd have collaboration across other areas. So it's things like how we used to have different quality assurance or specific front-end design, blog writing that's really specific. If you had specific outbound versus inbound SDRs, it's things like that. And the T model, it assumes 2 things, and that's kind of why it's changing. It assumes that work is stable, and it assumes that your depth is going to stay relevant, and that's just not always the world we're in anymore. So the people that are going to thrive, we're now referring to them in some of the stuff I'm reading as the M-shaped worker or a super worker, as you've seen us or heard us talk about at Vendasta. And that's why we really need to set ourselves up as a company to support that, to grow and develop what would be an M-shaped worker concept, so that we can continue to support you as employees, because the M-shaped worker has multiple areas of depth and just a really wide system awareness, so they can move and they can develop laterally across different roles when needed. And if, as a company, we're not building orgs to enable and support this M-shaped concept, then we're really accidentally designing for irrelevance, and that's not going to help any of us. So the project of condensing roles, if you hear of some of that, with less specialists, it's being known as workforce intelligence. And that's going to help us to shift our orgs and how we're building. So we have 23 unique roles today, and we had closer to 260 about 18 months ago. So we've moved the needle on this a bit, but it's going even faster now. We just finished working with the Vendasta services team on some of this, and we're going to get granular with each of the teams to try to help on how they might make what is a T-shaped role into supporting what could be an M-shaped model over time. And here's what Vendasta, an example of what it could look like. Each of these jobs had its own scope, workflow, and sometimes its own tools. And so with the acceleration of AI, the question really becomes, do we need 6 different jobs independently of these? Or could we have one so that they could all learn from each other, grow, develop, and you could have 6 people doing the same role, doing it faster and smarter and just really more dynamically with AI. So that's where the M shape comes from, and it's not that you're going to eliminate that expertise, but really that you're going to bring those multiple strengths together. And our job as an AI first company is really to spot those opportunities, support them, and start designing orgs to make sure that we're helping people progress and not unintentionally holding them back. And I think it's really exciting because the most requested thing right now, as we're seeing in the comments and just reading about, is that people want to learn and develop and grow and help support them in their career journey and earn more money too, I guess. So that all goes hand in hand. So growing the team is a win-win. Okay, guiding principles. Brian Larson introduced us to these last week, and he went through 4 of the 16, so I'm going to talk through 4 more today. And you can find these on the front step, or Robin is also going to, I think, put the link in the chat, and she'll share that for you. And why I really love these is because it takes all the books. I think it's taking a lot of things in Brendan's head and the executive's head, the books, the experience, the struggles and lessons that our company and our team has learned over the years, and it puts them together in one place for us. And reading it, you can tell it's from so many different places. It covers core strategy, product philosophy, operational mindset, and customer commitments. So the 4 that I'm going to review are the operational mindset principles. I think of them as not just what we do as a company, but really how we do it. I'd say these ones are about our culture. Some I recognized when I was looking through them as really, it's been something that's long-standing that we've been doing for quite a while, and some are more new with our growth. So each is key to our success, but I think you'll see, you'll recognize some of them from before. So the first one, we do hear a lot, drink your own champagne, as it evolved from Microsoft's old eat your own dog food, but just sounds nicer. So I find that we're pretty fanatical about this. I don't remember a time we haven't been saying this. And we truly believe that if we're going to tell other companies to use our product and use our platform, that we want to stand behind it. If it's the best for them, it's also the best for us. And we want to live by that. So the advantage is that we get to feel the pain and also hopefully feel some of the delight that our customers do and be able to continue to learn and improve based on holding this principle. And the second is erase complexity and automate relentlessly. And this is about fighting complexity really head on. It slows us down. We all know it's frustrating for our teams and for us, and it really just creates waste for our customers. So we've been working on this in my department, in People Ops for a bit now. We started to go back through our frameworks, and we want to start simplifying things like that for you. And when we were doing some acquisitions, we really had to look at this, and we were looking at how can we remove duplication, streamline processes, and never stop asking, do we still need to do this? Why are we doing it? And can we make it simpler? And I think it's something we're going to see more and more this upcoming year. I know we've been talking about it on the exec team of how we can do that. The third is context is everything. And I'm thinking about our People Ops agent, Pepper. It is only as good as the information or context that we give it. If we feed it garbage, we get garbage back as answers. So it can be really rich and structured and relevant. When we give it that context, it can be really powerful. So documentation, I know Cal's really, if she was here, she's on holidays this week, but she's been talking about documentation and ensuring we have the context organized in the proper way, and that's going to be key. So we've been doing it for a while between each other, I think, in our communication. But AI is making it even more important to get that context documented. And when we say things, like in the past, I would always hear, start with the end in mind, or when someone asks to state the problem and not just the solution, what we really were always asking for is context. And lastly, act with urgency and a day one mindset. And we know that companies that are set up to win, they act quickly. And even though things may not be perfect, they still go forward to learn as they go, and the cost of inaction is far greater than the cost of something failing, is a saying. So this is why our culture has always been about encouraging speed. I remember back, we used to do where sometimes developers would come up and present on their failures just to make sure that we celebrate the wins and the things that were challenging. And as long as it can be reversed, I think we can move faster. And I know if I'm ever talking to Brendan, I'm like, let's just go, or if he's making a decision that I want to push forward with, I'm like, I can change it in a few weeks if we can do that. But the concept of day one comes from a memo that Jeff Bezos wrote at Amazon. The idea that when a company is on the very first day, they're fast, they're scrappy, they're customer based. And he believed in it so much, he named the headquarters, it was called Building Day One. So when we talk about a day one mindset, that's just channeling that same philosophy that we keep being urgent and keep being curious and bold, no matter how big we get. So those are the 4 that are under operational mindset principles. Drink your own champagne, erase complexity, context is everything, and act with urgency as a day 1 mindset. So if we keep doing that, we will have the backbone of what we need to keep winning. And now, is it all ready this? No. Jenny's going to come up, right? Virtually. Take it away, Jenny.
Great. Hello. One momento. All right. Everyone see my screen? All good? Okay, cool. No? Yes? Okay, I heard something. I'm going to keep going.
You're good.
I'm good? Okay, thank you. My name is Jenny. I'm on the content team, and I'm going to be giving a quick update on some content we've been doing, specifically AI search, customer story campaigns, ebook, and some thought leadership pieces. So first, a hot topic right now is what are we doing about AI search? A lot to be said there. So to appear in AI search, we can't be the only ones preaching our product. We can write as many listicles as we want with Vendasta as number 1, but if other listicles aren't mentioning us, we're never going to show up in AI search results. And that is because these engines analyze various third-party sites before generating answers. So one of the things we've been doing is reaching out to relevant listicles with strong domain ratings and pitching Vendasta. So a DR of 50 or higher is important because that means AI engines consider that site credible and trustworthy. So we've been pitching Vendasta to listicles that rank for relevant product-related keywords, as well as leveraging our partnerships we've created over time with authors through backlink exchanges. And so far, we've landed 8 this quarter, but we are continuously working on getting more. A quick note here is, although these names aren't huge names just yet, they're ranking for the important terms. AI recognizes them. So in order to get to the big guys, we got to show up in more listicles for our keywords, and we're going to continue building our way up here. So more updates to come here. And then quick note on, this is just an example of why third-party listicle mentions matter. Here's Vendasta showing up in ChatGPT based on other listicles mentioning us, not ourselves. So because multiple listicles mentioned us for this specific topic, we got a spot in the AI answer. But our own website is nowhere to be found. So that is one of many examples of why third-party listicle mentions are so important for high-intent AI search. And then next, from, I would say, other credible sites, getting mentions from other credible sites isn't enough. We need AI engines to also trust and view our site as a credible source. So we've been investing a lot of time into building backlinks, and a lot here, but we have landed 64 backlinks so far this quarter, and we are not done yet. All of these sites are high DR sites and viewed as credible. These are keywords that are super relevant. They link directly to blogs that are targeting that specific keyword. And this is super important for signaling credibility, and also it helps our own SEO performance and DR score. So think about it as every backlink acts like a vote of confidence from the web, and the more credible those votes are, the more AI and search engines trust Vendasta. And then lastly, the above gets unseen. So now we need to get quoted. And that is all about optimizing our content for GEO, which I'm sure you've heard many times now. Old SEO optimized for blue links. Now we're optimizing to be quoted in AI answers. So this is a little bit more of the stuff, but we are implementing every GEO best practice in the book right now. We are implementing FAQs on every blog, charts, quick answers for scannability, schema markups, topical authority. conversational queries, natural language, the list goes on and on. We are also no longer producing content that answers queries like, what is reputation management, which used to get us tons of clicks. Those are the queries answered by AI search now. So we've moved down the funnel and we are focused on higher intent keywords that are related to our product and will reach the users who want to go visit our site and learn more. So to sum this up, every listicle, every backlink, every structured answer teaches AI to see us, trust us, and recommend us. Now on to the results. First, looking at Gumshoe, we're able to assess how our site is showing up to LLMs. And right now, we're looking good across the board in terms of structure and AI readability. The second chart shows, based on our brand personas and 500 relevant prompts related to our product across AI engines, we are tied for the 5th spot with MailChimp, and we are just beating Go High Level. So we are continuing to work at getting higher on this list and getting more visibility, but that is where we fall at this moment. The third chart shows our LLM traffic, which is increasingly rising, but the key thing here is this traffic is when a user clicks a link that is surfaced in a generative AI response. So it's tough to track when someone views our name in an LLM response and opens up a new tab to search for us. So for that instance, the chart below shows query searches for Vendasta. So the solid line is the past 6 months, and the dotted line is the previous 6 months, which we are seeing a consistent trend upwards, especially towards the end there. And then that green image in the top left is taken from our Looker Studio tracking dashboard for branded search. And we're seeing both impressions and clicks are up, which shows users are actually leaving AI engines to go search for us and learn more. And then next, I wanted to show you all a bit into how we're no longer just producing case studies, we're producing customer story campaigns, which focus on repurposing partner stories across various channels to get in front of the most eyes as possible. So this is an example of 3 campaigns we built from Partner Advisory Council. These started as quick 20-minute interviews with Kendall and Saman, which turned into case studies, which, quick note, are receiving really high engagement rates for the landing pages and the PDFs. And then these case studies turned into blogs, which turned into social posts, which turned into paid ads, which turned into YouTube Shorts, which turned into quotes that we now use in our content and across our website for social proof. And lastly, we are building a resource doc where all of this will live, and we will share that as soon as it is complete. With all that being said, promise to make the most out of your stories. We're not just posting a case study and forgetting about it. We're distributing these in various forms across various channels to get our stories out there. So if you have any partners in mind or SMB success stories, please reach out. We're always happy to create more stories, and they're super beneficial. And then the ebook and thought leadership pieces. For those of you who don't know, we released an ebook about a month ago that's filled with 100 ready-to-use AI prompts. And this ebook is gated, so we ask for your information before downloading, which we can then use in nurturing campaigns. And so far, we've gotten 256 downloads and a 75% engagement rate on the landing page. So we are still promoting this ebook. We're still driving traffic to it, producing blogs, lots of other stuff coming, but I wanted to share the current results we're seeing from the first month that this ebook has been live. And then next, I'll give a quick glimpse into types of thought leadership pieces that perform well that we are trying to do more of. So the first one is based off of a conversation with David on the success of Molly Maid's AI receptionist. And this blog includes real expert advice on how to prompt your AI receptionist. The second is based on a study by Luis on how the team chose the best model for Vendasta's AI. And the third is a piece written by Sanjay himself about how the SMB space is changing and our repositioning in the market. And the reason I wanted to share these is because we have a lot more, but these are their, where did this, okay, oh, nope, wrong story. Okay. So the reason I wanted to share these is because if you ever have a topic or something interesting you're doing that you think we could write a blog on, we are always looking for new stories from experts themselves to create unique content that is different from everyone else. So if you ever want to share your unique perspective, a 15-minute call is all it takes, and then we will go write your story and publish it. So I'm just a Google chat away if anyone has any interesting thought leadership stories. And then I can't leave without promoting the content amplification channel, which myself and others in the marketing department post ready to use social copy that you can grab and go post on your LinkedIn, which helps you get the ambassador points, as well as helps get our content and messaging in front of more eyes. So if you would like to join, that channel is called Content Amplification. And that's all I have for today. I wanted to finish off by saying the content team is small but mighty. So a lot of this work is thanks to Anya and Hamritha. And then various other teams in the marketing department help make all of these pieces come to life. So that's all I have today. Thanks for listening. And if anyone has any questions or want to chat, feel free to reach out.
Thank you. Sounds exciting. Thanks. John up now. There's no agenda. Is exciting.
Can I? Thank you. I had myself as optional, but Jean actually teed this up too perfectly. So I will do a little presentation here. Oh, you're ready with me. I'll be sharing here. A little bit about transforming documentation with AI. And as already mentioned, this has been a big undertaking that the learning and development team has been taking on with the support team. But recently, with some of the amazing work that we've been doing, I've been involved with this as well, too. And just to give some context to start us out here, about why we made a switch on how we do our documentation. This wasn't something that I was directly involved with. Cal and team will be able to talk about this more later. But fundamentally, we were moving from Zendesk, which you might all be familiar, support.vendasta.com, and there was some limited ownership and flexibility with our data. Customizing Zendesk is possible, but doing it really, really how you want to can be complex. And then integrating with some of our tools that we use was, again, pretty difficult. So instead, the decision was made to move to Docusaurus, which is an open source documentation framework. It gives us complete ownership of our content. It puts everything into code that is like super, super flexible. And then it's very, very integration friendly. And one of the main reasons that that Docusaurus advantages were important was so that we could have our Vendasta AI assistant given all of the knowledge that it needs so that it can perform really well, whether that's in the Google chat or whether it's in your Vendasta platform. So making this change meant embracing a learning curve. What am I talking about? A whole bunch of new skills for people in L&D and support. That means learning to write with Markdown instead of using what you see is what you get editors. Learning version control with Git as opposed to going with drafts and saves and all these fancy things. Basic front-end concepts, how you get things appearing on websites and looking consistent. And working in an IDE environment. I'm sure there's a lot of folks who are like, yeah, okay, this is like pretty simple 101 stuff, but for a big portion of the company, this is brand new, kind of scary territory. But L&D and support took this on with really great aplomb. This was also an opportunity. By moving from this sort of closed system in Zendesk to this more open, flexible code system, there's a bunch of great things that we can do. And one of those is leveraging AI to handle some of this documentation tasks. The repetitive stuff, the stuff that you need to kind of go around and search for, you don't have to do that because AI can do that, and you can focus on the more high-value, harder to automate things. And of course, we're talking about doing this, from taking from Zendesk to Docusaurus, but then there's also the concept of keeping documentation constantly up to date with a product that changes day by day, never mind week by week or big event by big event. So to do this, there's a couple of tools that are sort of regular parts of the workflow right now for the documentation team, and that the citizen developers are learning about and using as well. One is really common that's a lot of our development team is using, and you might hear about, is Cursor. It's an AI-powered code editor. And one of the first really great examples that we saw of this was when we launched Conversations AI. We had a whole bunch of documents that were really good at saying how to use our product Inbox Pro, but we needed to change it to say Conversations AI. You can't really do that in something like Zendesk. You would have to go into every single dang page and search for inbox, and then make sure that it's talking about the right word of inbox, like the product inbox, as opposed to the concept of inbox. And then once you confirm that, then you could go in and put Conversations AI. And that's a ton of work. But with Cursor, you could say, hey, please change anywhere where there's the product name inbox with Conversations AI. And that took minutes instead of hours. It wasn't seconds, it was minutes, because you had to confirm, you have to look at these things. But that worked really, really well. Another great example is using ChatGPT with computer use. I'm sure there's other models that let you do this as well, where you can have an ongoing conversation with a chat, and then you can let it use an IDE or some other sort of writing implement on your computer. And so you can feed it context and get that context then to create new code for you in Cursor and VS Code. And if you're writing in Notepad for some insane reason, you can do that. And again, way, way easier than trying to get all that context into ChatGPT. Okay, great, I've got all the story how I want, and now I need to put it into a code editor. Okay, well, now that I've got the story right, I need to transform it into the code. Way, way quicker, and gets new documentation up very quickly as well. There's something else that we're doing right now that's really, really exciting, and I want to give just a little bit of context on what that is, and using things like MCP servers as well to help with this. And there's a lot of talk and discussion around what MCP is. I've heard a lot of people talk about MCP as sort of like the USB-C for agents, and that might be a useful concept, but for this talk, I'm talking about MCP servers specifically. And there's a really popular analogy about APIs being a waiter. The API is a waiter who takes your order to the kitchen, and then you get something back. So instead of that waiter analogy, let's think of MCP servers as a magic menu for AI agents, where you have everything you could possibly get from the kitchen. And it tells you everything you need to know about that dish and all of the different choices that you might need to tell the kitchen. And it's all there available for you, listing all of the APIs and functions, letting you know what you need to do. And then it also handles authentication and permissions. So using that waiter analogy, if you or I just ran into the back of the kitchen and told the cook to make something, they'd be like, hey, who the heck are you? I'm not making that. But with MCP servers, they know who you are, and they will let you use that dish that you're ordering. And the great thing is that it comes back on a plate for you, perfectly set up and ready to use. So, MCP servers, really, really cool. A lot of great context that is available through MCP servers. And you can use MCP servers with fancy things like Cursor and ChatGPT. So for example, maybe I could go to an agent and I could say, hey, please update our documentation based on the latest edition of the product brief in Confluence. Really great newsletter writing that our product team does every week. Then I can have my AI agent use the MCP server from Atlassian to find all the information it needs about the latest product brief, analyze any changes from my code base, and identify what it needs to change. And then it's going to use all of that context to draft the change, submit a pull request, and notify a team to make a review. That's pretty abstract, so I'll just show you. One sec. All right, here we are. We're in our documentation code base. And I'm going to ask, hey, go to the latest product brief that isn't empty. You messed me up with this when I tested it first, John. I didn't know you were going to have a completely blank one started today. Go to the latest product brief that isn't empty. Find any releases that are going to be customer-facing. Look through our documentation. Find things we need to update and any new FAQs needed. I'm going to send this to our agent, and I should mention here in Confluence so that it knows to use our MCP server. It's going to help me creating its to-do list of things that it needs to do. It's calling a tool to get the accessible Atlassian resources. Now it's going to find the Confluence space where the product brief is. Oh, it sees many, but it needs to search for product briefs specifically. It's going through all of the APIs that Atlassian has. I don't need to. It's there. I don't need to set up the API with all of the parameters or give all of the information. The agent is able to do that all on its own. So now it's identifying the customer-facing releases. It's reviewing the documentation, and it's going to look through all of the different directories to make those changes. And as you can see, I can have a conversation while this is happening. I can do a presentation in front of my company while the documentation is getting written. When instead, we'll see, Brendan. And this is going to be about 80% of the way there. At the end of this, I'll definitely need to go through and I'll confirm that everything matches. Maybe it's not going to understand when something is in an internal release versus an external release. But also, I wrote like the shortest prompt in the world. And we now have all of these pieces getting written. If I wanted to, I could go and create a pull request and get someone like Haley to confirm that the work is all good. But this, again, way, way, way quicker. Now, I said that Gene really set me up for a good talk here. And I wanted to say that I wanted to share this partly because I think it's cool, but I think it's a really great example of taking some of our guiding principles in action. The AI is doing the work while we're orchestrating. We get the AI to handle those tasks, tell it how to do it, and we just make sure that it's following our strategy and that it's in good quality. We're reimagining the documentation from scratch rather than incrementally improving our old process. We could have figured out, and to be clear, in a little bit you're going to get access to a forum where you can submit things that you want to see improved. But we're also doing this thing that's way, way, way bigger as well to let us move faster and do more. We're trying to erase complexity and automate relentlessly. Very clear. We're finding those manual steps and removing them. And we understand that that context is everything. So as much as possible, we're using things like MCP or our existing documentation to provide AI with the context and data that it needs to make better decisions and better documentation. So there's still a lot of work to do with our documentation. We are needing to make sure that all of our documentation is really consistently set up. This is something that AI can help with a bunch, but still needs that manual effort to look over. We're going to need to have content created, like media style. And again, AI can help with short little bursts of things, but having that useful in-platform pictures, we're going to need to do some work there. And then we're going to continue streamlining that workflow. I did that there for you up on stage, but seeing what parts we can take away without having a human involved or have better pieces of context provided to the AI is going to help us go a long way. So keep your eyes and ears out for more with documentation. It's been really fun to be involved with the support team and the L&D team, sort of reimagining this and coming up with a great process to go forward. And I hope this encourages you to take on some new skills and think about doing some things out of your comfort zone, but following our guiding principles to really move us forward. Thanks very much.
Thanks, that was great. And that's a wrap for, oh no, now we get a prize, right? Present for those present? Robin's gonna draw.
Do something awkward.
I draw? Okay.
Pick me, please.
Have you won yet?
No.
Okay. I will. Okay. 185. 106. Who's still left? Do you guys want to stand up? 185, 106, 02. Josh. Yay. Congrats, Josh. We don't trust you. Congrats. Thanks. You pick. We'll see you all at 3 o'clock for Kaz's car hobby hour up here.